We are back because Amorin has spoken, and it's been a while. It has been a while, but my word, was he ready? Was he happy to do a press conference? I always told people Amorin treats his press conference like therapy. Someone you can speak to, someone you can find comfort in. This is his kind of almost safe haven in terms of, you know what? I like doing them. He actually enjoys doing press conferences and he loves to speak. They call him the poet and people already know it. We're going to dive into it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. But I can't lie, man. Some of the things that Amorin spoke about, not only just from him, but indirectly as well from the football club, it's worrying, man. It really, really is worrying. The word suffer, believe it or not, was used. Maybe not in the context that everyone thinks it is, but he did use the word suffer. But the thing is, right, I don't want to hear that. And we don't want to hear that as United fans because he's told us good times are coming. And right now, when I hear the word suffering, I've suffered enough. Amorin, we have suffered enough. No matter what context you use it, no matter how you dress it up, please take that vocabulary, take that word out of your mouth. But bro, don't even speak about it. Well, khalas. Don't leave it. Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Do not talk about suffering because you know what it is? It's PTSD. You know what I'm saying? We got PTSD, brother. When we talk about suffering, we need to move away from that. This needs to be a season of progression, of positivity and moving forward. But like I said to you, today, these were his words. And I want to make sure I get the full quote. Because you know what it is, right? I'm not one of them, that this season, I don't want to do out of context. You know what I mean? Shout out to No Context. Shout out to everybody that does out of context. But I ain't doing no out of context. I'm going to give you the full quote, everything that he said. I've watched the full press conference, by the way. I've watched it. I think it's about 17 minutes long with Cunha as well. But I'm going to give you the things he said. And basically, he said here, Ruben Amorin, you feel the bond between the players in the best teams. We remind ourselves how special it is to be at the best club in the world. I really like to be in a group that is healthy. We are going to suffer, but the feeling of bonding is really important. The spirit is positive. So, we do have an element of positivity in there. But he does say we are going to suffer. How much we suffer, obviously, we'll find out. But there are key words that I think sometimes us as fans, and I think it's always very good to be honest. I don't want a manager. This is why I really like Amorin in that aspect of, I like a manager who's open and honest. Yes, we don't like to hear we're suffering because the element of suffering brings excuses. It brings element of, you know what? There has to be almost copium. There has to be some sort of thing that you tell yourself at night that you want to believe it into the players. The fans then buy into it. And almost like it's indoctrinating the fans that it's okay to lose games. It's okay that we're going to go and not win in the next 5 or we're going to lose whatever, how many games. It's okay. And I think that element of suffering for me, I think the manager's used it a lot, man. Yes, you can say it's going to be hard and we're going to get out of this and we will get out of this. But when you keep repeating the word suffering, I really think for me, it doesn't go well within the fan base. You know what I mean? Right now, it is going to be positive vibes. It is going to be brilliant. It is going to be okay because it's pre-season and we haven't kicked the ball yet. Because when that first game comes in against Arsenal, that's when the suffering begins. And we best be ready because one thing here, listen, you know my opinions about the manager. I don't want to keep repeating it time and time again, but I'm here to be proven wrong. This is what life is all about. Be proven wrong. Are you there to be proven wrong? That's where I'm at right now. Are you there to be proven wrong? And that's what it is with Amorin. I don't see it, but we're here for it. And today, like I said to you, there was a few elements of worrying comments, worrying signs. Another one that was very, very worrying for me was this. The new signings are very humble. This is really important. So you got to be humble, guys. You know what I mean? Shout out to the humble brothers and sisters out there. He goes, they had other options. They read what people think about our club, but they chose to be here, and that is a key point for me. That's what we want to see. We want to see players that come to the football club because they love United. We don't want players that don't love United. We want players that love United. That's what it's all about. But he says, in this moment, we need to be careful when we sign a player. I agree with that. I agree with this comment. I don't want to buy players for the sake of buying players. I'm not in your camp, guys. I've moved away from that. I am very happy the fact that Man United, yeah, one credit I will give to Ineos, they bought the right level of profile of players. And I think sometimes the manager might have said to him, listen, brother, just give me the right players, not a lot of players. And I think for me, that's very key. Man United needs to focus on quality rather than quantity. We could go and get 7 players, but is it the right 7 players? So in that comment, I agree. We've got to be careful with signing a player. He goes here, though, and this is where, for me, he lost me. This is where you lost me, Amorin. He said, if I start this season with his squad, I will be happy. Brother, they finished 15th. Most of his squad finished 15th. And then he started to really endear towards the players. He said a few more. I can't really say it word for word, but he said they really want to be here. Of course they want to be here. This still is Man United, bro. Brother Amorin, listen to me. It's not his control, and Ineos must always back the club, regardless of what a manager says. I'm fully with you. But brother, do not say you're happy. Because when you put them words out there, later on down the line, when it shit hits the fan, and there's a civil war with the fan base, I can pull up this quote. I say, you know what? He's not been backed. Well, hold on a minute. I've got a quote here saying that the manager's happy with the squad. What are you saying then? Oh, but he's going to say that. Well, you don't have to say anything. If you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And if you don't want to listen, he speaks a lot. And this is his problem, though. With Amorin, yeah, I like his honesty. I like the fact that he's very, very open. But too open, though. Too honest for his own liking. The media... yeah, the media pick up on your words. The media aren't your friends, Amorin. They're not your friends. Maybe, though, this is another problem. Maybe in the background, he sends a feeling that, you know what, this is all I'm going to get. And we can't get rid of the players that were here as well. That's another key thing that I will talk about as well. That's a worrying sign. But I just feel like for me, when you start to say the word happy, brother, what can you do then, bro? Because it feels like to me, like, yo, man's happy to be here. It's a dream come true. You know what I mean? I'm at the biggest club in the world. It is what it is. I've gotten boom on Cunha, and that's that, bro. It's not enough. It's not enough, Amorin. We need more. We need a midfielder. We need a goalkeeper. We're not having the same players let you down again. I don't want to really sack the manager halfway through the season. I'll be totally honest with you guys. I'm not with that. If I'm gonna sack a manager, sack him before the season starts. Sack him then. I'm with you. I really don't like the idea of sacking managers halfway through the season, because what it does is it's a lack of preparation, lack of idea, lack of nous. It's not good. It really isn't, bro. Even if I really want it, yeah, and say like for example, we really want to sack him. In theory, it's not good. Because you've got to get another manager in. He's got to adapt. He's got to want to want. He's probably want his own players. He might not like that players over there. You have to start all over again. And yes, the football club are buying players for the project, for the club. You see, Cunha and Boomer, they should work under any manager. But what I'm trying to say to you is that for me, when I look at it, yeah, when I look at the players that we've got, bro, you can't trust these guys, bro. None of you lot should trust these guys, bro. Honestly, every one of them has to perform. Every single one of them has to do better. There's another one, by the way, that I found very, very bizarre. You know what I mean? About Luke Shaw. He's a world-class player. You can feel in the small things. He's a great player, but he has competition this season. World-class player. Hey, sack him now, man. Yeah, I'm done, bro. Listen. 2025. Luke Shaw's world class. What are you smoking on, mate? Like, there's an argument to say that Luke Shaw's never been world class. But in 2025, when he's barely played football, And he's really not putting a stellar performance in an Amorin team. And he's world class. Ay. Do you see what I mean about sometimes speaking too much, bro? Like, Amorin speaks too much, bro. You don't need to say this, man. You know what I mean, bro? Because you're putting the standards out there that Luke Shaw is good enough, not only for this team, but on a world-class level, bro. Are you mad? You're right, bro. You're right. Aye, brother. What? Anyway, let's move on. Because I don't think it needs that much energy. I'll be real with you. Yeah, I'll be really, really with you. It doesn't need much energy because he's not going to be a first teamer, so I'm not going to go too mad. Basically, on the outcast, this is a very, very big one, by the way, people. Big one. Garnacho, Anthony, Malacio, and Sancho. He said if we reach the point they have to join the team, they will join the team. Because they are our players. I know for a fact that Omar Barada and Jason have a number for these players. If the clubs don't reach that, they will be Man United players. No doubt about that. Where do we go with that? See, this here, for me, it's not on Amorim, by the way. It's on the football club. This is on the football club. Because we can't be having players that Amorim doesn't want. That does not work, bro. It does not work. It's not a healthy environment. So when he's talking about good vibes and all that, you know, when he's talking about the camaraderie and everything's positive, it ain't positive when you got men that are here that shouldn't be here. United have to make sure they come to a... Brother, whatever numbers you had before, you've got to change that number. Because we cannot have these players being at our football club. Again, it doesn't make sense, bro. What's happening with Garnacho? The way he disrespected, you know, by putting the Villa shirt on. You see the leaks. And for me, listen, maybe he's trying to put them in there that, you know what? Maybe it could add value to their players. It may do. But, bro, I'm just looking beyond that, bro. Like, me as a football fan, later on, United fan, seeing these guys. But it's not, bro. Ineos have got to get a move on now. The manager's clearly saying that now. Yo, they're going to come back to the squad. They need to get a move on. This is not good enough. Get rid of these players. Garnacho, whether it's 30, 40 million, full profit, move him on. Sometimes it's about doing it. Like, bro, you just got to do things, bro. You've lost the time. You've made it publicly you don't want them. You've made it publicly he's not the guy. So you just got to do it, bro. You got to do it. On Bruno Fernandes, my favourite player. Joke. But he said Bruno Fernandes will play in midfield next season. Whether he'll play midfield next season, he said he can be. We change in the game, but we miss Bruno as a 10. How about you stop playing, bro? Square pegs in round holes, man. Why do we have to centre around Bruno, man? Why is Bruno going to change everything, bro? He can have the whole bench, or we should have sold him, bro. He says sometimes when he's playing as a 10, he comes to get the ball, and nobody is a 10, number 10. Nobody, he can play in front also. Brother, I'm just like... But then we got Cunha, we got Mbumo. If that means then that Cunha is going to be the striker, then that means Bruno will play in the left 10 or the right 10. That he's going to play then, surely, in that position. That midfield, man. And nobody asked him about the midfield. Not one question, guys, was midfield. He talked about Kobe Mainu, I think. Shout out to Adam McCullough. I think Adam McCullough asked him about a question about Kobe Mainu. And he said the following about Kobe Mainu. He said, I think he can play both positions in midfield. Last year he played more in front. I think his perfect position is more near the ball, always with the ball. Shock. I think he's got big talent, and you guys know better than me. He's a big talent. I think he needs to increase his rhythm, the pace. I'm always on top with Kobe because he's so good, but sometimes he can be better. I have big plans, but again, like I did, one game a week, the competition is going to be huge. Everybody has to be prepared to play one game or play the games. The key is that's the key point in our season. I agree, competition. You know what I mean? But it's a big season for Kobe. Big season, bro. Big season transition, man. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I just don't think he suits the system, bro. Whether he plays in a 10 or he plays in midfield, I just don't think it's suited to that, bro. I really don't. I really, really don't. But anyway, that is my reaction to Ruben Amorim's press conference. Let me know if you guys are happy with that. And yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Strap in. Press conference has started. And suffering. It's still in his vocabulary. It ain't easy. I'm out.